Here's how I made a short animation / simulation. These are the images I'll be using for this example. To start, I'll just change the background to a darker color. Then add all the images to the scene. Ctrl-click to select multiple layers and scale them down with either this green or the rectangle. Hold Shift so the aspect ratio is locked. If I now add Force Dynamics, which is Cavalry's physics engine, to the scene with this button up here, the items won't collide correctly, as you can see. The problem is that their bounding boxes are the shape of the original image, which is just a square, so we'll create custom shapes for a more accurate bounding box. For this, we'll use a pen tool to draw around the items. I'll start with the gold and just roughly outline it. You can hold Shift to snap the line to 90 and 45-degree angles. This is only a simple outline for now, so we'll add the image as a fill. First, add the image shader to the shape layer and then we can delete the original. Select the shape layer, enable its fill and make it transparent. Then we can add the image by just dragging it from the timeline. The scaling is most likely gonna be off, so select the image layer to adjust it and then disable the stroke. And with that we have a much more accurate bounding box. We just have to repeat this process for every layer. Draw a shape, enable its fill with a transparent color, add the image shader to the shape layer, then the image as a fill, adjust its scale if needed, turn off the stroke and then delete the original. Now that all layers are set up correctly, the physics will work as you would expect. To create more of these items, select every layer and then add the duplicator to the scene from the shelf up here. Change the distribution to random and I'll just move it to the top and make it a bit smaller. To make the items pop into existence, we'll animate the count with this little diamond shape in the input field. It will start at 0 and then we can play around with it later to see how it looks. For now I'll just set it to 50 at around frame 75, so the items will take roughly 2.5 seconds to all appear. Finally, let's add Force Dynamics to the duplicator and we're basically done. We can of course make it look a bit nicer. For one, the items appear too quick, so let's add some easing to the count in a graph editor to make them start slower. We can also increase the gravity so the items fall faster. If you don't like their initial distribution, you can change the duplicator's random seed. To add more items, just change the count's keyframe value. Let's go with 120 and I'll also scale them down slightly.